Hey guys, hope you're having a great day. I am here in Waikiki, where I usually don't like to go. Most locals, I'm probably not speaking for all, but we don't like to really come here. It's very crowded and there's a lot of traffic, but I'm here to check out Stix Asia. And I'm not going to try everything here, but I'm interested in a ramen shop that has a Michelin star. So I am totally lost. Oh, here. You go into the parking lot and you take all these escalators down to the food hall. So let's go. So it's really nice after you get out of the parking lot and you go through all these escalators, and the food hall is down there. And I'll show you about the parking. They do have parking. It's not validated till dinner time. It's kind of expensive. It's Waikiki. What do you expect? It's $3 every half an hour if you're here for lunchtime. And I'm here right around opening. They open at 11 for all the shops in the food hall. So I will start filming once we get all the way down. There's a lot of escalators to go down. So here we are at Stix Asia, Noodle Street, Asian Street. They've got Korean street food and a lot of different ramens. Actually, what I'm looking for is right here, straight away. Baikohken. It's Sapporo Ramen. And they got a mention in the Michelin guide, but it was at their Hokkaido location. So they're famous for their shio ramen. They've got other ones like shoyu and miso, but it's their shio ramen that got them the star. So let's go try it out. So it's very quaint in here. It's got some music going on throughout the whole place, so hopefully you can hear me. It's not too loud though, but they have condiments here. Your togarashi, which is like a little spicy pepper, some S&B, I don't know what this is, ramen pepper it says. I'll try that out. Some vinegar and shoyu, and looks like some chili pepper oil as well. You get your own napkins here and your own chopsticks, and I'm here at the bar. It's like a little bar for if you're by yourself, but they have a few tables with, if you have two people or a bunch of people, but I wouldn't say it's a place to take a big party because it's very, very tiny in here. Going back to the parking, I'm going to show you. You're going to go on to Kalakaua Avenue, and at Seaside you're going to take a left and another left after that. You're going to see Stix right there when you take that left on Seaside, and then right behind the building you'll see the sign for their parking. Like I said, it's not validated during lunch hours. They only start validation around 6 p.m. So for dinner you can get it validated, but it's $3 for every half an hour if you're not getting it validated. They don't take cash. There is no person at the booth. You have to go to the first floor to go to a automated machine, and they only take credit cards, and then you slip your ticket out at the gate and it would open for you like most places nowadays. So I'm excited to try it. I got the shio ramen because that's what they got their Michelin star for, and I've heard some different reviews about it, so we'll see if it's worth it. A lot of people said they tried it, the ones I read online, in Hokkaido or in Japan, and of course it's not the same. So we'll see. Never had ramen in Japan, so can't compare it to that. Hopefully it is good. So this is their menu. It's got their story, opened in 1969. They got miso ramen, shio. So it's a broth made out of pork and chicken bones. And also seafood essence. I think I'm gonna get that because they're the most famous, and you can add eggs and things for additional costs. Spicy miso, and I heard it's really good for vegans and vegetarians. They've got like a vegan menu and all kinds of different things. There we go, the vegan ramen. And of course they have gyoza and croquettes and things. And if you're looking for beer and sake, they've got there too. So far, the service is very nice and very polite, just like in Japan. And they gave me the menu and a water right away. So far, so good. Alright, I got my shio, and if you can only smell this broth, it smells delicious. I'm already impressed. I hope it tastes as good as it smells. Just a very meaty, good bone broth smell, so thank you. Let's taste the broth. It's very creamy almost with all that bone broth and like a nice oil slick on it. Wow. Already tasting very delicious. Lots of flavor in there. Got some bamboo shoots here, big ones. Some chasu, and I added some egg. It's an upcharge, but that's fine. And then you got the gyoza. I got some. It comes in 5 pieces. Nicely charred and delicious. So let's start off with the noodles before it gets soggy. Broth so far is delicious. Definitely a nice chew. It's really good. Good noodles. Wow, and that broth just really coats that noodle. So the noodle has that nice taste of the broth every bite you get. Let's take a try of this really thick bamboo shoot. Really crunchy, and it's got a really strong bamboo flavor, which I enjoy. Just earthy, but that crunch from the bamboo gives it a nice texture with the soft noodles and everything. I like a little bit of the green onion that's thrown in there, so you get it in every bite with the noodles. And you get 2 pieces of chasu, which is like a Japanese type of chasu, so it's not like Chinese style. Pretty big pieces. Seems more like lean meat and not too fatty, which is good. Got a little bit of fat in there, so it's not dry, hopefully. Wow. A lot of flavor in that chasu. Wow. Let's try this ramen pepper from S&B. I like their curry. So, seems like it's just regular pepper. And then I don't think it needs shoyu because it's pretty on the savory side. I wouldn't say it's overly salty, but it's good enough for me. And let's try this hot chili oil. Give it a swirl. I'm usually not a fan of noises made when people eat. Kind of turns me off, and I know I make my own noises, but that's why I try to cut it out of my videos, because some people don't like it and I don't want to hear it either. But you gotta slurp your noodles when you have Japanese noodles. Yeah, that chili oil gives it a kick. Not too spicy though, just enough. And the pepper, I don't know, it just tastes like regular black pepper to me, but gives it a nice flavor. Let's try this egg. It's soft boiled, so the yolk inside, I'm not sure if you can see it. Try to get that noodle off. It's soft inside. It's cooked perfectly where the yolk just kind of melts in your mouth and coats your mouth with that yummy yolky feeling. Very nice. But I just can't get enough of this broth. This broth is WINNAHS. I can see why they got a Michelin star. It's delicious. I thought it would be perfect food for this weather because at home on the other side of the island it is pouring rain. But once I came into town, I think once you pass Kalihi, it was super sunny. So I don't know. That's the weather of Oahu, I guess. But this would be perfect comfort food on a cold day or a rainy, dreary day. Noodles have the perfect chew, not cooked too soggy. It's perfect. Almost reminds me of a really good saimin noodle, even though I know it's not saimin, it's different. But it has that exact kind of chew of a good fresh saimin. Alright, let's try this gyoza. It's perfectly browned on the bottom. It's pretty much, if you don't know, a pot sticker with a filling inside. Let's see. Really good flavor. It's really moist inside. It's got, appears to have little bits of carrot and maybe some cabbage and green onion. But it tastes like a pork dumpling. I'm not sure if you can hear that crunch, but it's perfectly browned on the bottom of the pan, and the top is left gooey like a noodle. So it's got different textures of flavor. So very crunchy on the bottom, and the top is like a noodle. Has that consistency of that wonton wrapper, or the gyoza wrapper, whatever you want to call it. Really good. I would suggest getting this, and it always goes with ramen. You have to have gyoza. I think it has enough flavor, but let's try dipping it in some shoyu. I think that makes it a little too salty for my taste, but if you're into shoyu, they have it for you to dip your gyoza in. I did forget to mention I did put vinegar in my shoyu, but if you don't need the extra sodium, you can just put vinegar, and it's a good way to cut the fattiness of the pork inside. Oh man, I mopped everything, which is very rare for me. I always have leftovers. I even asked her if I was able to get a box after, but now I'm all shamed because I ate everything. But very delicious food. I highly recommend it. To explain it like a local, the shio ramen broth does have that porky goodness, that meaty broth, but it has, the more I drink it, dashi flavor, which is explanatory of their menu, where it says it's got a little bit of seafood essence. But it really reminds me of a saimin dashi broth. So if you like saimin, which most locals do, a traditional saimin broth, you're definitely going to like this. This had mucho flavor, frickin' awesome. I really came in here not expecting anything. I was actually ready to be disappointed because of the hype about it having a Michelin star and the reviews saying it's not as good as Hokkaido, the original place, but I don't know. I've never had Hokkaido or any Japanese ramen from Japan, but I will tell you this, I prefer saimin over any ramen shop here that I've been to. I don't like ramen. Every place I've been to, it's not the same. I don't like the noodles texture. You would probably hate me for this, but I would rather have Sapporo Ichiban dehydrated ramen over the ramen I tasted elsewhere here. But this totally met my expectations, and I can see why they have a Michelin star. Freaking awesome. If you have the chance to come here, definitely come here. Also, a tip, if you're Kama'aina, she asked me right away, if you're Kama'aina or not, you show your ID and you get 15% off. So the menu price that you saw is not what it costs for Kama'ainas, it's cheaper. So sorry tourists, you're gonna have to pay the other price, but if you're local, definitely come down here. I know we don't always come to Waikiki, especially if you don't live in the town area, but I really enjoyed myself. So I'm gonna take a walk around and show you a little bit of what the rest of the Stix Asian food hall looks like, and then we'll call it a day. So there's a bunch of other ramen shops here that look more popular. But you gotta go to where I went. And there's like some other noodles, Honolulu Noodle Company. And this place. And then they have a little bit of some education on different ramens. They also have Taiwanese ramen here and the different places in Japan. So that's what we got. The Sapporo one, I believe. Might be wrong. But I like the decor here. It's got all the Japanese stuff, but Baikohken, freaking amazing. Yes, so it is from Hokkaido. So I'm sure their other ramen is awesome too, but you know, if they got the Michelin star for the shio, definitely try that. There's nana musubi, different types of musubi. some dessert, some ice cream, matcha ice cream, and some sushi. If you're craving some sushi, kind of empty right now. Got a little bar here in the middle. That's nice. Shanghai bar. And here's some udon. Udon yama. You know, not so bad prices considering it's Waikiki. $7.95, yeah, not so bad. Infamous K street food that everybody talks about. They've got tteokbokki, kimbap, bibimbap, and rice plates. Instant ramen. Here's some wagyu. Looks like some hot pot, and you can grill some meats. And they got nabe and stuff. Here is HK Cafe if you're looking for some Hong Kong style food. Got laksa, dry chow fun, the Hong Kong spaghetti, curry fish balls, and all that. Here's Shingen. Not sure what kind of food they serve, but sadly, that's empty. And they've got some bentos and boxes, so Japanese box food, tempura. And that's pretty much it. Pretty cool place. Lots of options if you're coming with a lot of different people. So if you're looking for where to pay for parking, this is one of the only machines. I think there's another one on the 7th floor. But it's right here near the elevator and right where you enter from the escalator to Stix. So this is near that Hamilton Boutique and the Hawaii Life store. So this is where you pay for it. It's not in the noodle hall or anything like that. Oh, I met Roy and Joanne. You don't want to be in it?
I'll just say hi.
Okay, hi. But they're subscribers and they came here to try the food. Oh, from San Diego. Oh, I thought you guys were from here. But thank you for watching.
Yeah, we watched all your videos and we've gone to, was it?
A couple of them.
Oh, yeah?
Was it you, Mona?
We went to...
I went to so much places. I don't even know.
Yeah, all the Chinatown ones.
Yeah, Chinatown.
Yeah.
All right.
You want to go to the Hanoi one?
Oh, yeah. There's so much.
We wouldn't have known unless we watched you.
Yeah, thank you. Thanks so much for watching. So that was pretty much Stix, Asian food hall here in Waikiki. And I had a great time looking around, eating the food. It was delicious. I'd like to try more places here in the future. And thank you to my subscribers who I met on the way. That was really nice to bump into people. Always like talking story with whoever I bump into. So yeah, definitely come down here, especially as a local. A lot of local people don't want to come into Waikiki, but I had a really good time. And like I showed, the prices aren't too bad for Waikiki. Usually people don't like to come in here because it's very touristy, but prices aren't so bad. So if you found this helpful, press the like button, subscribe if you're new, and I'll see you again next week on another food adventure. Peace out.